Good morning everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people. An absolute privilege to have you, your guides, my guides, and the universe energies with us today. Feeling a lot more energized today. Was feeling a little space cadet yesterday. Aussie slang for dusty, seedy, not firing on all cylinders type thing. Absolutely no reason for that whatsoever. Just the energies in this part of the world for me were not as powerful as they usually are. So great to be back. Okay, what I'm going to have a look at is the news has come out overnight. Judge Kaplan, who is overseeing the Jean Carroll. Now I'm going to call her Jean Carroll because the E just completely throws me off, but I've got her mentally in that way, Jean Carroll in my mind. The Jean Carroll defamation case. So what this is in the 1990s, allegedly Trump raped Jean Carroll in the change room of a fairly high-class clothing boutique shop. Now, this is not regarding the rape itself, but in the 2019, while Trump was president, he made some very derogatory comments about Jean Carroll in regards to her reputation, her standing as a person. So what's happened is she has taken him to court for defamation, for slander. So what's happened is that Trump's legal team has been delaying since 2019, and the judge Kaplan has now ruled that he's had enough of the delaying because Jean Carroll has provided ample evidence, and Trump's legal team has apparently supplied nothing, and he has declared that this case will be commenced on the 19th of October next week. Okay, last month in September, apparently the Second Circuit judges had a split vote about whether this defamation case was to be funded by Trump himself or funded by the government, or whether a case can even be brought against Trump because he was a federal employee at that time and the comments were made in the carrying out of his duties. Now, I'm sorry, but that does not pass the pub test in Australia. What the pub test is that if you've got two people having a civil discussion over a beer sitting in the pub and the reaction is, he's got to be serious, no it doesn't, then it doesn't pass the pub test. So we'll see. I want to have a look to see how that court case is going to play out. It is the first step in an actual civil rape case against Trump, and the judges said, look, she's 78, he's 76, we're not going to let the clock run down on this any further. Apparently there is no statute of limitations on the actual rape case due to the Adult Survivors Act in the US, and this defamation case, where evidence will be brought forward, is the first step in the actual taking Trump to court for rape. So this is going to be interesting. I want to see how this defamation case is going to turn out. I'm using my Trip and Wait tarot. I don't know if it's the right deck. Okay, what I might do is I'll draw two lots. Draw two lots. This one will be from Trump's point of view with the Trip and Wait, and for Jean Carroll I shall use the Runic Tarot. Now, have a look at what fell out. Would not surprise you. This is the first card that fell out. Betrayal, sabotage, stealing of the truth, all that sort of fun stuff. And a lot of information is going to come forward very quickly. A lot of messages are going to come forward very quickly. And base of the pack, judgment. Okay, but we will pull a full Celtic for this, please. I think those 3 cards summed it up pretty well. But we want to know the full story about how this case is going to go. This is the defamation case. This is the slander case. This is him speaking. Oh, okay. There is going to be something really unexpected presented. Completely out of left field, but this is the slander case. This is not the rape case itself. So Jean Carroll, want to see from Trump's point of view, Donald Trump, how is this defamation case going to go? How is this defamation case going to go? Okay, 2 cards didn't want to go back in, and they are the 2 of Cups. So it is about this relationship, an uncomfortable relationship. The second signifier is that there is this yicky, filthy underbelly that's going to be, swampy underbelly that's going to be brought to the surface and exposed. It's not going to be a pretty case, but this is from Trump's point of view is what I've asked. So it is about what went on, basically. It's about the relationship between Trump and Carroll, and it's not a comfortable looking 2 of Cups, this particular deck. I do see here the male in this card reaching out, and it's also almost like an oppressive move. Whereas the female is standing firm. She's just glaring at him. She's not putting up with it. It really reminds me, when I looked at that, it really reminds me of, if you remember the debates between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, and he just hovered over her, trying to intimidate. And that's the feeling I'm getting from that card, is that it is about the male trying to intimidate, and she's not putting up with it. Okay, but this is from Trump's point of view, and there is this seediness going to be brought to the surface. Okay, base of the reading. He's trying to play his cards close to his chest. He's trying not to let any information out. He also doesn't have a lot of money. Okay, thank you. The reason he wants the government to pay for this is he doesn't have any money. Okay. In the past, the messenger bringing the message forward. This with a plan. Okay. Oh, this is the delaying tactics. Thank you, Meister. Because it's this singing for their supper with a plan and a message, and it was the delaying tactics, but it is in the past. He does like to tell me when I've need to put more information out, which I do love. He's going to have to defend himself, crowning the reading, and it's going to be an uncomfortable defence. I love it how you've got the bumblebees here, the homely, involved in the attack. He's copping it from all quarters. Yay! But he is going to have to defend himself. Immediate future. The Fool. Interesting. Okay, the immediate future. Master will tell me what this is as we go forward. Several readings. Foolishness. Yeah, okay, thank you. I'm getting whenever I pull this card with Trump, I am getting foolishness spring into my mind. If you look at the figure on this card, looking up in the air, continuing along, about to step off the cliff. And that's the feeling I'm getting from this card, is the literal meaning of the drawing. She'll be all hunky-dory, got the rose in my hand, nothing's going wrong, sun is shining, about to step off a cliff. I don't know that he realises how important this case actually is. Externally, Wheel of Fortune, thank goodness. The Wheel of Fortune, the wheel is going to turn. So the one sitting on top is going to end up underneath, and the one underneath is going to end up on top. It is about endings and beginnings. And when I said thank goodness, it's because Trump at the moment is the one who has been controlling the narrative of this, and he's going to find himself on the bottom. I'm actually sorry, I shouldn't take glee in other people's misfortune, but his karma coming back and biting him on the bum, literally. Internally, there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes in regards to this. He's got his lawyers tapping away, trying to get the ducks in a row. But a lot of people also says this looks like someone in jail making license plates. I've had a few people make that comment. But I think what it is they're beavering away behind the scenes trying to make a case. This is Trump internally, trying to make a case. Hopes and fears. Okay. This is, to me, in most decks, this is actually a pseudo win, because if you look in the background, everybody is actually walking away. Some read it as celebration. I have never seen this card as actually being celebration. To me, it's more an entrapment by the information that's coming out and trying to use it to support your case. But in the background, you've got it's not working. Everyone's walking away. It's not a yellow sun, it's a purple sun. Okay, the outcome from Trump's point of view, reaping what he sows, disappointment in the harvest, not surprised. The investigation. He's going to make an offer, but she's not going to accept it. She wants to take him down, and I don't blame her at all. So, okay, so this is the outcome. Reaping what you sow. He is, when you slander somebody else, and you're taken to court in regards to that public slander, that's reaping what you sow. This is the Judge Kaplan ruling over the case. I think that Trump is going to, or Trump's lawyers are going to make an offer, but she's not going to accept it. She wants his complete and utter downfall. Base of the reading, we have the Trump org itself, we have Trump itself, we have dark money, and we have judgment coming forward very quickly, shuffled, and yet these two cards are still here. Judgment, literal judgment, and inevitability of information coming forward very quickly in regards to this betrayal, sabotage, lies, stealing the truth, and it will be emotionally overwhelming in a lot of ways. Okay, I'm just going to ask Pendulum. I'll ask Pendulum. So it's set for next week. Energies can change, so we'll see how it goes. Okay. Good morning, guys. Right, settle my elbow. May I ask a question, please? May I ask a question? Will Jean Carroll win this defamation case? Will she win this defamation case? Oh, he's come to a complete halt. Will Trump lose? Okay, I'm reading on Trump with these cards. Will Trump lose this defamation case? Will Trump lose this defamation case? Got the circle going. Will Trump lose this defamation case? And that's a very definite yes. Started out as a no and then changed its mind. So I think something is going to... It's perhaps going to look on shaky ground to start with, and then it's going to change. There's something going to come out that's going to change direction. Okay, using my powerful runic tarot cards, I'll just have a quick look from Jean Carroll's perspective. Okay, from Jean E. Carroll, please. Jean E. Carroll. Oh, those cards. I'll just put these trip and wait cards away. They are sitting there distracting me, and I don't... It's almost, again, it's almost like that Trump energy standing over me, glaring. Okay. Jean Carroll. How's the defamation case against Trump? I'm not talking about the rape case. I'm talking about the defamation case. Go on behalf of Jean Carroll. The defamation case. Defamation. There's no allegedly about the defamation. There's only a entertainment only and allegedly over the rape itself. However, they both are intrinsically combined. But how's this defamation case? The defamation case will set up going forward to the rape case. How from Jean Carroll point of view, how will this defamation case play out? How will this defamation case play out? Defamation case in front of Judge Kaplan. Defamation case between Jean Carroll and Trump. Again, doesn't want to go down, doesn't want to go back in. 2 cards again. It's the 8 of Wands again. A lot of information coming forward very quickly. A lot of information crossed by something that is completely unexpected coming out of left field, being brought forward. Page of Cups. So we've got repeat cards here again, but in a different order because it's from hers. 3 of Pentacles at the base. This is about where I got it with the dark money or the bribery or whatever else for Trump, because it was a different deck and a different card. In this case, it is building a solid foundation. Getting the skill, because you haven't got the other 2 figures here overlooking. This is just this skilled craftsman by himself making this powerful shield. Okay. In the past, 7 of Swords again. This is the lies, the betrayal, the sabotage, the deceit. This is in the past. This is the stealing of the truth. And I'm always drawn to the fact that you've got the figure here hiding behind the column, ready to leap out on the other 2 figures that are passing by. And this is, to me, this is Trump hiding behind the column, ready to leap out, but it is in the past. So this is his delaying tactics, his sabotaging of the case, but also the sabotaging of her reputation. Crowning the reading, King of Swords. All these same cards came out in the Trump reading, but in a different order. So we've got the King of Swords. This is the judge overseeing this case with bringing forward the truth, or it may even be Jean Carroll's legal team, but powerful bringing forward of the truth. Wheel of Fortune again. Exactly the same cards, different order. Every single one of them we drew with the Trump, but in a different order. The Wheel of Fortune, the immediate future for her. And isn't this a much nicer Wheel of Fortune? The wheel is turning, but it will be turning in her favour. Okay, imagine having this over your head for the 90s, 30 years of your life, having this over your head since in your 40s into your 70s. And all that time trying to bring this forward, but it is turning in her favour in the immediate future. Externally, the sun, full illumination, brilliance, joy externally for Jean Carroll. Internally, 10 of Swords. Okay, this will be an ending for her, this case. I think it's going to fall her way. This is going to be an ending for her where she can put down these swords of truth, when she can dive them into the earth and put them down and let them rest. Finally, the truth will be exposed and put to rest. They're not in her back, they're not in anyone's back. They are plunged into the earth as a finality. Hopes and fears. Yeah. She has a fear that it's not going to go well, only because history has taught her that. Her fear is that she's bracing herself for disappointment again by the legal system. So that's her fear, is that she's again going to be stabbed in the back and beheaded. However, the outcome, the Star card, love it. Hope and hope in overcoming, and the star shining. Page of Wands. Oh, love it. A plan coming forward. It's also my card for Ukraine, if you look at those beautiful sunflowers in the background. But with this is a joyful card, this Page of Wands, bringing forward this really powerful message. This is carrying the Ace of Wands, powerful message, with the sun at his back, shining over his shoulder, and the determination on his face. The Hanged Man. Things been seen from a different point of view. The High Priestess, secrets being revealed. And we have another 10 here, the 10 of Wands. The culmination of what has been a burden for her, but I love it. It's not a burden card. This is planting the seeds, planting these seeds of hope and light and just glorious things to come. I do love this card. Okay, on the base, Knight of Wands again. Here's this knight carrying the Ace of Wands, fire energy, fire and passion. Page of Pentacles, that's the third page we've got, in regards to bringing forward this message of protection and bringing forward dreaming big and working hard. Okay, so that's how I think it's going to go. I think it's actually going to be in favour of Jean Carroll. She's got all the positive cards in those two drawers, and we shall see how it plays. Thank you for joining me. Look after yourselves. Take care. Love to you all, and just bathe in that energy for a while. Okay, bye-bye.